Hello and welcome to Tantrum House Studio 3. I'm Will Meadows.
And I'm Sara Meadows, and today we're looking at the expansion to Draconis Invasion from KEJI Games. Draconis from designer Jeff Lay is a 1 to 6 player deck building card game.
In the game, players are collecting gold so that they can hire mercenaries and defeat giant hordes of monsters. At the beginning of the game, each player is given a starting hand of 7 wealth and 5 imperial guards. Each player is also given 2 campaign cards that can score them extra victory points at the end of the game.
The base game comes with 28 decks of cards. A deck of gold, treasure, fortune, and terror are placed on the table, as well as 7 decks of predetermined action cards and 7 decks of defenders.
There's a campaign deck, blue intruders and gold intruder decks, event cards, retreat cards, and a terror die that all get set up as well.
On their turn, players draw 6 cards from their deck and then play their cards using the nifty ABCD action set.
After you've played your cards, like in any good deck builder, your entire hand is placed into your discard pile and a new hand is drawn for the next round.
To score victory points in the game, you have to pay your defenders their required fees and match the attack value of one of the intruders.
Once an intruder has been defeated, that player reveals the next intruder from the deck and resolves the actions at the bottom of the card, which is always bad. Most cards require terror to be added to your deck, which is a useless card that waters down your hand, making it more difficult to draw the ideal combination.
The game ends once the event deck has reached the retreat card, or once a player has defeated 6 intruders. Victory points are tallied and the player with the most points wins.
Now the point of this video isn't actually to talk about Draconis Invasion, which is a cool little deck builder that feels a little bit like maybe Thunderstone Advance or one of those, but we're actually here to look at the expansion.
The Wrath expansion will be coming to Kickstarter soon, and we've got a prototype that we're going to take a look at now.
Wrath will introduce 16 new decks of cards to the game, as well as 6 intruders and 8 events. And then most notably, it also adds a new A, B, C, D, E, and F to your turn options.
The new E, or Eliminate, and F, Forward, options give players some brand new choices on their turn. If a player isn't able to play an action card or the ABCD on their turn, they can choose E or Eliminate one of their non-terror cards from their hand.
And on every turn where you have an extra unused gold in your hand, instead of discarding it, you can decide to put it back on top of your draw pile.
Everything else in the game stays the same, but a lot of new actions have you giving away cards after you've played them, allowing you to make use of your terror cards, give you incredible abilities but also benefit other players, or earn extra victory points at the end of the game.
The Wrath expansion features all the same excellent artwork that you've seen in the original Draconis version, and like all good deck builder expansions, it allows you to play those cards in concert, so you can play with all new cards or old cards or mix and match, which gives you a lot of really great options to expand this game.
Yeah, we hadn't actually played the original base game before picking up the expansion, so we played that a few times, and we were a little frustrated by the terror deck and how it waters down your hand, but I did like that the event deck allowed you to have a catch the leader mechanic, and I think that's something that's missing in a lot of deck builders. You can run away with the game if you're very good with what you do with your cards and your buys, and I think the event deck kind of helps the players who are behind to catch up.
It does. Obviously, the point of a lot of deck builders is to build that engine and then just start playing insane numbers of cards on every turn. I didn't enjoy it the first time because those terror cards kept coming up and ruining my strategy, and or I was in the lead and I kept getting terror cards handed to me every time somebody else. We didn't mention this, but in the game, when you play, whenever you discard a terror card, you have to up the terror dice 1 value, and then every time it hits 6, the event card is drawn, and that's how, usually the leader ends up getting more terror cards put into their hand to water them down. The thing I like about the expansion a lot is that there are some cards that allow you to make use of those terror cards, and being able to eliminate and forward those cards really adds some nice additional decision-making stuff that it just makes sense that a lot of those mechanics should exist in other deck building games. Like, let me save the one card that I like and let me get rid of the cards that I don't like.
Yes, we were a big fan of this, and if you are interested in this type of game, you can check it out on Kickstarter soon.
Yeah, be sure to subscribe to our channel and follow us for more news and videos all the time. And then, yeah, if you're interested in Draconis, check it out. I think if you've got the base game, then the expansion makes perfect sense. Add it to your collection. And if not, and it sounds like something you're interested in with cool giant monsters that you get to destroy, then check that out as well.